Hi guys, welcome to CBC Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here today. First of all, sorry about last week. It was just a little bit of a glitch because I was on Wi-Fi and not Ethernet, which I knew probably wouldn't go too well. So I'm sorry about the abrupt ending. I have the Ethernet cable hooked up at the moment. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better today. Fingers crossed. So I am colouring in Dreams of Dragons and Dragonkin by Raven Phelan, and I'm colouring the Skywatcher, and this is part 2. And we'll see how we go. It looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm using Winsor and Newton watercolour paints for the background, and I did some in part 1, and of course it's really dry now, so I can add some other colour into it as well. Now I think this might be the sepia, I'm not too sure. Just adding some darker shades in here and there. And I'm on an hour earlier because I've been waking up at like 6:30 in the morning, and I was just sitting around, and I thought, no, I'll just start earlier. Hey Mona, can't stay tonight, but I'm here for the next half hour. God love you. Thanks for being here, and thank you for your half hour of your time. I hope you're going to have a good evening, whatever your plans are. Hi Lisa. Yeah, I'm early today, guys. So I'm just building up the colour. Try not to go over the lines. That's just me though. Blend that into the lighter blue. Just building up the colour. Bit of lighter blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a bit of cerulean blue. I'm no expert watercolorist, but it's fun to just play around. Right, I'll leave that. Daughter's having a cookout tonight. Oh, that sounds like fun. I haven't been around in a long time. Miss all of the colouring folks. Yeah, it's good to see you here, Lisa. Did you use gesso? No, I just went straight onto the paper. This is the first time I've coloured in this book, so I really didn't know how it would handle it. But last week I mentioned Mediana, and I don't think she treats her paper either. She colours in all sorts of books and just floods her page with watercolour. Comes up amazing. This is handling it pretty good. It's pretty good paper. It's not bad actually. And the back of it is just slightly crinkled, but it's handling it really well actually. So anyway, that'll do for the watercolour for now. But I did some last week and let it dry. And of course I haven't coloured for a week, so it's well and truly dry. And then just put that bit of colour on this morning, and it's doing okay, but I'll just let that dry. I don't know if I'll put more colour. I might even, be able to use some Prisma over the top of it as well. So we'll see how we go. So no, straight on, no treatment. Now the colours that I have got is Celadon Green 1020 in the Prisma, Moss Green 1097, Green Ochre 1091, 50% Warm Grey 1054, Rosy Beige 1019, Hannah 1031, and Putty Beige 1083, all in Prisma. Now I did this in the lighter colours that I have, and then for his scales and all that sort of other stuff, I'm going a bit darker. So I'll just move that over. And I can't remember how I started off doing those, but anyway, it doesn't matter if they're not all the same. 50% Warm Grey 1054 to start off with, and just lightly because it is a darker grey. And hopefully now that the Ethernet cable is hooked up, it'll have better connection. I have a 5E Ethernet cable at the moment, and I was thinking I might get I need a longer one, because the modem with the AC plug is just about at its limit. So it's stretched over from the infinity cabinet over onto the table, and because of the Ethernet cable and where the modem is, I've switched things around. So now I've got the infinity cabinet over there against the wall, and I like it actually. It's a bit more open. It's pretty good. I just need a longer Ethernet cable, and I was looking online at what we call Bunnings, which is a big, huge hardware store in Australia that we have. And there's different types. It's amazing what you find out when you do research. This one's Moss Green 1097. Anyway, there's different kinds. I've got a 5E at the moment, and you can get 6, you can get 6A, 7, you can get 8, which I don't think is in production yet, but it's in the pipeline or something apparently. So I thought I'd get a 6 because apparently you can get higher. This is a bit of Hannah that I'm using at the moment. You can get higher speed and all that sort of stuff. I don't know how it'll go. It's just all a matter of playing around and testing. But at this stage, we're in lockdown, so I thought, I wonder how much to get it delivered. The cable itself is $8.17. The delivery is $10. So you go, it's more expensive than the it's more expensive than the item that I want. And I thought, well, I'll just wait till we're out of lockdown, and then I'll go from there. I'll go to Bunnings and get an Ethernet cable, and it'll be longer. It'll be 3 meters, whereas this one's only about a meter or 1.5 meters. So I'll be able to stretch it out a bit more. But the setup that I've got at the moment, I'm pretty happy with. The only thing is the arm boom where I have it at the moment on the table for general everyday use. It's in the way. So if I'm in the kitchen cooking and looking at the tally, I've got this arm boom in the way. So I don't know what I'll do there. It's just a matter of playing around. So the pencils that I'm using are here. And I'm just playing around with different colours. A bit of henna. A bit of pink in there. Just for a bit of shade, a bit more colour. And for me personally, I quite like the colour of these, the way they're turning out. And just layering it up. Different colours, and they can be different. They don't have to all be exactly the same. A bit more 50% warm grey, just darken up a bit more shadow under there. More henna. Just tidy that up, make sure it goes to the edges. Yeah, I hope I can zoom in a bit if you like. Hey Sherry, how are you, love? I'm good. You know, you're the only other person besides hubby I've talked to this weekend. Oh, I would love to see a flip through of this book sometime. There is a flip through in my Dragon Books playlist. I'm pretty sure I did. It's a good book. So you can go to my Dragon Books playlist. I've put all my Dragon books together in just one playlist. You can go and have a look in there. Moss Green. It's a lovely book. This is the first time I've coloured in it. I love my dragons, and yeah, I don't know. I was just not hesitant, but just really nice pictures in here. And I watched Mediana do a watercolour, and I thought it's about time I coloured in this book. They're all still in boxes at the moment until I get the bookshelf built in the spare room, and then I can get them all out. And I found a lady a couple of doors up. She knocked on my door the other night and introduced herself, and we got talking, and she likes colouring. So that'll be nice. I said to her, anytime you like, you know, you can come up and colour. She uses Crayola, and I was talking to her about pencils and different kinds of things. I just laughed, and I thought, yeah, I'll introduce you to a whole new level of colouring. Missed it. Yeah, my flip throughs when I get books are usually just uploads. You know, if you keep a little blow dry handy at Richard. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got one there. Just too lazy to get it out. I did a flip through of all my Hannah books on my channel. Oh, good one. Now, what have we got here? Celadon green. I feel quite relaxed this morning, actually. I was a bit nervous, dubious last week because I knew, without even doing it, that you can't stream with Wi-Fi. It just is not enough power. It just doesn't like it. But I had a go at it, and it was a bit of a fail. So sorry about the abrupt ending. You sounded, I got up at 6:30 this morning, and I was just sitting around, and I thought, and plus with YouTube changing the settings and everything for going live, and I thought I'll start a bit earlier in case I come across any issues. Anyway, I've got it figured out, I think. Like I said last week, I'll have to, sounds like fun for you showing your new friend different colouring supplies. Yeah. It distracted me where I was like that. Try not to say that again. Yes, I just feel a bit more relaxed today because I got up at 6:30 this morning and I set it up and I thought, no, I don't like the arm boom over there. I like sitting at the side of the table. I've got a lot more room to spread everything out. So I moved the arm boom over here. But I don't want to be moving the arm boom all the time because the arm boom cost me $88 and I ruined the thread on the other one. So I went and bought a new one. And before I moved, I took the old one with the buggered thread to the op shop. So whoever gets that can have fun with it. If they know how to rethread, they've got someone that can rethread, they might be able to fix it. So moving the arm boom, the vice to clamp on the table all the time, I really don't want to be doing that. I can take the arm boom out and just put it somewhere, I guess, and just leave the actual clamp itself on the table, but it's sort of still in the way. Really, how so? What's that for? Oh, I never get up that early, let alone stay up. I know, I've been, because I don't like sleeping with all the blinds shut, curtains shut, and darkness and all that sort of stuff. Gotta go, not feeling too good as of late, but wanted to come and give you some support. Oh, Rochelle, I hope you feel better soon, darling. But thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Get well, girl. God love you. Oh, hope you're not, I hope it's nothing serious. Bit of putty beige. Bit of 50% warm grey. Yep, making sure it's warm grey. A bit of moss green. A bit of green ochre. And I just put a bit of whatever I used before on this scale and a bit of green ochre, and it's actually bringing it up. What sort of colour would you call this? It's a bit, I don't know what you call it. It's a bit browny, yellowy sort of colour. So they're coming up different colours depending on how you mix them on the page. So the scales are coming up in different colours. So it doesn't all look the same. Oh, God love her. I hope she's all right. Little header in there. And I can zoom. I should zoom in a bit, I guess. Oops, I don't want that. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, guys, I pressed the Logitech. It's taken a minute to come up. Hang on. Close. There we go. Bring it in a bit closer. Okay, what have we got here? A bit of rosy beige. Bit of moss green. They're not bad colours together, actually. %, warm grey. And a shadow under there. Darken that up a bit. I like the colour there, but I just need a bit more. Just a little bit darker. And then just smooth it out a little bit with the putty beige. More shadow under that scale. And the warm, the 50% warm grey and then the putty beige over the time just blends that grey out nicely, actually. I don't have an arm boom. I have this weighted phone holder that is posable. It works well enough for now. Yeah, whatever works. Background is so pretty. Oh, you think? Thank you. I kind of like I never used to be into watercolours, but just the different, the blotchiness, the shades of it, I quite like. Whereas I never used to be into watercolours or anything like that. But I quite like how it's got that down in here. And he hasn't got that many scales down here. What I am finding, I'm layering on this particular paper, I'm layering up the colours, and then I went in a little bit harder just here, and it is starting to get to its limit. And I haven't got a lot on there, and I went a little bit hard with it, but I can see it's just starting to lift the colours underneath a little bit. So if you're colouring on this paper, just take it gently. Now, I haven't pulled out my drawer for the infinity, so the only pencils I've got at the moment are these in my hand and all my little short ones in here. Now, this one's sepia 948. I haven't got the sharpener either, so I guess I will have to pull my drawer out. And I have to sort of close it and put it away when I'm not using it, because my four-legged little fur ball gets in there and has a good time. So I have to put it away. I do. I thought it was a gargoyle. No, it's not a gargoyle. It's a dragon. Kind of a cute dragon too. He looks he reminds me of a lion a little bit. Now I've got the sepia here. to make it dark in here. Now a bit dark under his mane, and then I'll get the warm grey and lightly go over. I'll do the same over here, bit of sepia. And then just lightening off as I come out. And then a bit of putty beige. Not everyone, well, people might not like it, but I'm liking the colours, actually. Bit of henna. And lightening off as I come out. And the others have got green tinges in them, so I'll put a bit of green in here as well, which is green ochre. A bit of moss green. And then a bit of putty beige. So he's coming up colourful. Dragons really can vary depending on the country and culture. Absolutely, there's all sorts. Lots of different kinds of dragons. Okay. Now I can do some more scales, but I'll go on to something else for a little while. So I might use some sepia. And a little bit of rosy beige. A little bit of moss green. I've been getting some of my diamond painting done as well. I'm not sure what colour I'll do his eye at the moment, so I'll leave that for a little while. This one's a bit of rosy beige. And back to the sepia. Putty beige. A little bit of celadon green. Put those ones down. I don't know how people have the patience to do those things. I would have mine all over my beige carpet. Quite relaxing, diamond painting. It's good. It's a bit of sepia. Yeah, it's not for everyone. To each their own. Some people might not have the patience for it, but if they're not all stuck together, and the colours are right, not like the first one I did, my unicorn, that was like, hang on, there's something not right here. So I contacted them. I said, yeah, we've had a few people. I wasn't complaining, I was just letting them know, but they said, we've had a few people complain, so they sent me out a whole new kit with the right colours. So I've got a spare unicorn canvas there. What other colour? He's got more here, so going really dark. Just in those few nooks and crannies. And then I'll lighten off as I'll bring the sepia out. I asked Jan, the lady up the road, what she likes to colour, and I thought she might say like mandalas and things like that. But I haven't seen any of her colouring, but she said she likes fairies and all sort of light things. And from what she was saying, I said Maria Troll might be a good book for you. I think you might like that one. So I showed her that one, and she liked that. She doesn't buy online. And I said, well, if you want to, I know a few good, reliable websites, and the artists that we know on Etsy are just wonderful. I said they're trustworthy. They're very nice ladies, and gentlemen on there as well. So we'll see. Bit of I was telling her about live streaming. I said, when we do this and we explain like different colours and art supplies and that, we say you've been enabled. I have that stuff everywhere. Yeah, I tend to not put too many drills out at once in the tray, just in case you do knock it flying or the cat jumps up on the table, or if I'm not in the room or something, I leave for a minute, come back, he would have a good old time. So I'll try not to put too many out. And then, of course, if I do go anywhere, I have to pack it up because the little man will have a right real good time. So sepia, I really like that sepia and the celadon together, the green, really pretty, nice colours. So I'm starting off light, and then I'm just going in a bit darker as I go, just to build it up. Now a bit of celadon green, just lightly build it up. Oh, I like those two colours together. They are nice. You can always go back in and touch up later. Put a bit more shading in. Just blend that out a little bit with a bit of putty beige. Just very lightly going over that. Well, for now, I've got a 16-year-old kitty who doesn't jump much anywhere. Thank you, Sherry. This one I might do a bit of celadon green first. Then a bit of sepia. I'm going in reasonably firm up the top here, and then just I'm going to blend it out. A bit darker for some shadow. And some celadon green. Oh, I like those colours together. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm liking those colours. Just a bit of putty beige. They kind of look, they remind me of like gemstones or pebbles. And then underneath, might even have to use something a bit darker, black or something. Get that really dark under behind those little scales. You could probably even use a yeah, maybe I've got the black. Now this is getting really short. You won't even reach in the. Yeah, I don't think I'll get much out of this little one. No. Might give up on that one. Oh, I might have to get a new black one out. I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. Anyway, he's a little bit of a nubby. He's getting quite short. I end up adding all these colours in. Oh, I do love this infinity cabinet. It's just the way that it came and no backing, and I had to make my own backing for it. And chips off the paint. Like it's only like chipboard. It's nothing. It's nothing flash. So yeah, for my lovely pencil display that I pulled to pieces. So now I've got them in these boxes at the moment and just labelled the front. And I don't like my pencils banded. I said that in my last stream, but at the moment this setup is working okay, although I haven't been colouring. What one's that? That's 90% warm grey. That's pretty dark. I haven't got a black. I'd have to get a new black out. I'm not doing that at the moment. I like seeing colour combos other people use. I try not to rely on my standard combos and get out of my comfort zone. Yep, and that's what I'm doing with this one, with the colours that I'm using. And not everyone might like it, but I really like the celadon and the sepia together. Quite pretty. Do you finish one page before working on another one, or do you work on multiple pages? No, I don't like to have too many whips going at the one time, Lisa. I do try to finish what I start. I have so many unfinished pages. It's the what's an infinity cabinet? I'm trying to change to one page at a time. I like that combo too. Yep. All right, hang on a sec. We'll go for a little bit of a ride. Where are we? That's the window. See that there? It's like a big desk, and as you can see, it's got those 3 bits of string hanging out. Well, there's 4, and it's like a bookcase. There we go. Yep, down in here. Sorry, guys. So there's 3 shelves, and it said in the description that they're adjustable. They're not adjustable, they're fixed shelves. But that's what I've done. I've put all my pencils in this first one. The next one is all, gotta get the directions right here. The next one is all markers. The next one after that is all my blings, stickles, glitter, bits and pieces in there. And the 4th one is just pens, graphite, and my hairdryer, and a few other things in there. So, yep. So that's an infinity cabinet. So you have your you have your actual desk, and then you have those 4 bookcase things that slide inside. So you can adjust them, you can have them the other way around. There's metal handles on the other side, but because they're facing this way, I put ropes in, because there's holes in both sides for handles. So I put ropes in, so I can pull them out, and the other side's got the original handles. So that's what an infinity cabinet is. But like I said, there was chip marks off. There was no backing. There was no holes in the bottom to put the cast, because they're on casters, so they wheel. The actual bookcases themselves wheel, so you can pull them around and slide them in and out. Now this is going to be fun. You stay there, camera. There we go. So you can slide them in and out. So they're quite versatile. It's just that the quality of it was not real good. And where I have my printer and everything on top, the back of it sagged, so I had to put a screw in that. And of course that was fun, because it started to come out the back. And it's like, oh no, I'm mucking this up. And I destroyed one of the bottom drawers, because when you're putting the screws together, the wood was a bit, so I just give it a bang, and it just, because it's only chipboard, so I had to super glue a couple of bits of the black stuff off my display cabinet on the bottom to give it support. So I nearly wrecked that, which was my fault. But anyway, I complained to them. I said there was no backing. There was only 3 backings for the bookcases. There was no holes in the bottom for the casters. There's chips off the paint. There's marks on it. It came damaged in the packaging. The box had a rip in it. And, of course, there's a big gouge out of one of the bookcases at the front. Anyway, so it took them a while, but, you know, they're giving me 30% discount on the infinity cabinet. And I think they're paying half of my postage or something. So they actually come to the party, because it took a bit to get them to sort of, you know, it's like, well, this is not good enough. Like, the quality of it's crap. And I said, and I won't be, like, none of my friends will be buying off D-Shop, I can tell you that, because this is just terrible. Not good enough. Anyway, so they come to the party. I get bored and do what parts I like the best, and then I just move on. Yeah. Hello, Sarah. Welcome on board. Thank you for being here today. Everyone say hello to Sarah and make her feel welcome, please. Seems cool. Yeah, that's what I have a spouse for. He's super good with his hands. I'll leave that one alone. Oh, bye, Mona. Bye, darling. Thank you for being here. Don't know if she had to just go or was it quick exit. Oops. So anyway, I like the concept of the infinity cabinet. It's a great concept. It's a great setup, but it's just the quality of it. Do we need a Belinda warning? I laugh out loud. And I just got a thing there, so I'll just make sure that everything's going right. Poor B, she messaged me and it's just someone's birthday. The screen time was down 57% last week. Yeah, I know, because it played up and whatever. Well, that might be just for my iPad screen time. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Belinda messaged me and said, we lost you a while ago. And it's like, oh, yes, something. I knew I wouldn't be able to stream with Wi-Fi. All right, so a bit of sepia and a bit of henna. Trying to tweak the setup is the hardest thing because I'm looking sideways if I need to look at the tally where I'm sitting, and I was hoping to look straight on from where I was in my old house instead of twisting my neck all the time. But oh well. And having the arm boom and having enough cord. It's taken a fair bit of tweaking to try and get it right. All right, so I've got henna in there. I've got sepia in there. And now I'm using a bit of putty beige. He's going to be all sorts of different colours, this guy. (20:09) now, and I've started an hour early, so people will be going, what's going on? Just thinking about these. Moss green, 1097 to start off with. And I was going to go back and watch a little bit of last week's with the Wi-Fi to see how bad it was. But I haven't had time, haven't managed to do that. We're in lockdown, and I don't know, even overseas, if you've seen the stupid protesting from the construction workers and all that sort of stuff. They've been going on a rampage through the streets of Melbourne and carrying on, and (90% warm grey and the moss green 1097. And we're in lockdown, and I don't know if we'll get out tonight or not. We'll see what happens. But the guys here that have been in construction with the clubhouse and the houses and everything have been able to continue to work. but now the government's put its foot down for construction, full stop. They haven't been able to work. So the houses are on hold, the clubhouse is on hold. And my neighbour said to me last night, apparently from one of the other house owners, the clubhouse won't be ready till February now. And as much as I'm looking forward to having the clubhouse and all the facilities and everything, if we don't have that, that means we don't pay rent now, and it's not supposed to be ready till February. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently that's the going goss at the moment. So that means we'll be saving a bit more money, which is awesome. Now I'm using the moss green, and as I come out, I'm really lightening that off. Now, a little bit of green ochre. Green ochre's got a tinge of yellowish colour to it. And then down the bottom, I don't know, introducing all these new colours, but just wondering, a few options, many options. Now I think this one is light green. Now, I think it's light green, but there's no number or anything on it. I would be a bit upset. There's not much you can do about it, Sherry. But if you're referring to the clubhouse and everything, well, while the clubhouse isn't up, we don't have to pay rent, site fees, like for maintenance and everything. So, in a way, I'm saving at the moment by having that. It'll come eventually. I'm here. I'm in no hurry. It's fine. But meanwhile, I can save a bit of money because I don't know how much my bookcases are going to be. I get the cat net put up out the back for Wesley. 2 weeks to go, which can't come quick enough. And so he can go outside, and that's costing me $1,550. So just a little bit of moss green on the tips. Now, liking that. So just the 4 colours, 50% warm grey. About 90% warm grey, I should say, sorry. Then the Celadon green, which is due for a sharpen. A little bit of moss green. And a little bit of light green just down on the tips. And then a bit of moss green over the top. That to the 90% warm grey. Back to the celadon. I'll give it a sharpen. Hello, Bee! I started at 8:30. I got up at 6:30 this morning, and I was playing around, and I'm on Ethernet now, and I thought I'd play around with it just in case I come across a few issues or anything. And so I went live, and we're all here. So yes, I started early this morning. Our clubhouse stuff is included with our rent. Yeah, so's ours. And I don't like, for me personally, I don't like to call it rent. I call it fees, which is maintenance for our clubhouse. That's why we're not paying at the moment, because the clubhouse isn't up and running, so we're not paying for it. But for a long time, we couldn't use anything because of the stupid COVID. Yeah. Oh, bye, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Have a good evening with your cookout with your daughter. Sounds like fun. I think that was you, Lisa, that's doing that. But enjoy. Pig out, girl. Have a good time. Sounds good. And I managed to watch some of your stream the other day, Belinda, while I was doing a few things, bit of housework and washing and things. And I heard you say about the earthquake. Yeah, it was quite exciting, wasn't it? My house, I was over at the infinity cabinet, and the next minute it's like, what the hell? And I'm looking at it, the whole house was swaying. Unbelievable. It's like, oh my goodness, like, what the hell is going on? Like, we're having an earthquake, like it's an earthquake. And it was hard to fathom because we don't get them like that. That's the strongest we've ever had. And I've only experienced one like tremor many years ago. But yeah, that was something else. That was, the whole house was just going. I was like, oh my God, this is a new house. Hang in there. Different. Yeah, it was freaky. And Old Chapel Street copped a little bit. A lot of historic buildings and that didn't, had a bit of damage. So 90% warm grey. Bit of celadon. Celadon green. And your picture looked awesome as well, babe, as usual. Looked great. Oh, that's the one green. Anyway, light green. Doesn't matter, just go over the top. So back to moss green. Did you watch the grand final last night, B? Doggies. I got done like a dinner. They just fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened. Yep, you should try a 7.8, Heather. Yeah, no, thanks, Sherry. No. 5.86 on the Richter scale was enough. I lived out in the desert, so we call it the snake and shake and bake. Yeah. Thank you. I really enjoy watercolour. Yeah. No, who won? The doggies, Melbourne, 66 to 140. In the first quarter, Melbourne was 27 and doggies were 8. And then the doggies caught up and it was 33, I think, or something. They were only like 4 points behind, then 2 points. Then they were 39 apiece. And then they fell to pieces. Ended up being 66 to 140. I was watching it with my neighbour. I went over there for dinner and we were watching it. And come half time, it's like, oh, I'm in a bit of a pain in the belly. I don't feel so good. And I said, and they were, getting trounced and everything. And I just wasn't feeling up. Yeah, it wasn't feeling too good. So I come home and sort of started to get rid of my pain in the belly. And then I still don't feel too good. So I ended up offloading the dinner as well. And I was like, oh. And so 10:30, it's like, oh, I feel a little bit better now that I've done that. So I just went to bed. And of course, I've been waking up at 6:30 in the morning because it's nice and bright. I was saying earlier, I don't like waking up to dark houses in the morning. I like to wake up and see the morning and see, what it's like outside and all that sort of stuff. So I've been waking up pretty early lately. Nice and bright, 6:30 in the morning. Grand finale. Yeah, good on them. Casey Fields. Can't type, sleepy still. I know Casey Fields, the football club, but you've lost me after that. Football, and it's not rugby or it's Aussie rules football. We had our grand final last night. Yeah, no, not soccer. This is Aussie rules. Put it on my screen. Celadon in there. It's a bit yellow. It's real football, not like NRL and rugby and different. All right. Hit the pencil sharp here. It's a bit of fine detail. Sounds not for the faint of heart. Yeah, unlike rugby, you just run the ball and run into each other. This actually has some tactics about it. I don't say that because I can't stand rugby. NRL. Can't stand it. And that whistle that referee uses is only one place I'd like to put that whistle. It's just an annoying whistle. Really fun. Alrighty. What colour? Choosing. I might use the green ochre. If you can hear that sort of noise in the background, that's my split system, which I am loving. No chopping wood, just press a button and away she goes. Awesome. No dust. Not half as much dust as with the fire. Do I miss the fire? No. Do you really want to shove it down his throat? Laugh out loud. Shove what down his throat? Scary. Alright, a bit of putty beige. No, I was talking to my neighbour last night. She was talking to the people just up a few houses up on the other side. And she said, Buckley was sitting at your door yesterday. And I was like, no. And that was the dog that Leslie was hitting it off with at the door when I had it open. And Ron likes to tinker in his garage, so he has the garage door up. And Buckley must have come up and just sat at the door. God love him. And I didn't know because it was cool. So the front door's been shut. I thought, oh, how cute is that? He wants to come and see Wesley. Oh, the Wesley. Yeah, I'll shove it up down. Yeah, I've got you now. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just putting a bit of 90% warm grey and just giving these little bits of, I don't know, skin around those just to give them dimension so they don't look perfectly flat. What else will I do? 90% warm grey. Green ochre. Yeah, I know. I didn't know he was sitting at the door like that. It was just too cute. Green. Hang on. No, that's the yellowy one. Moss green. That's the one I want. Yeah. Yeah, he's cute. He's a cute dog too. We have another lady that's moved in across from me, and there's another lady that's moved in up the road, and she wanted to know if anyone drinks. I just laughed. And it's like, yeah, so you're in the right street. And it's like the lady, the on-site manager, Kate, she started saying, oh, the single ladies, oh, the single ladies. She's on the go-kart going up the street. It was funny. And it's like, there's a few single ladies in the street. So looks like we'll be the party animals of the street. You should take a photo sometimes. It sounds cute. Yeah, I'll have to try and remember that. All right, just a little bit of moss, green ochre. Hello, little man, you're awake. He was sleeping up on his stand. And I've got the infinity cabinet drawer out here. And I'll be like, can I get into that? Bit of celadon green. I was watching B on Friday, and it's like, a couple of hours, and she's got a picture done. Yeah, it'll take 10,000 years. So I put the moss green down, and then I'm just going over with the celadon green, giving it a bit of shading. Sepia. What are you doing? What are you doing, little Wesley? Now for a bit of putty bars, just to smooth it out a little bit. Just going over lightly. Sounds like you're going to have a ball, girl. Yeah. I think 2 weeks is too long for me. I lose interest too quick. Yeah. It can get a little bit that way, but I don't know. It's not so much that me that loses interest in that. It's streaming for you guys, and it's like, oh my God, But like we were talking about earlier, I don't like to have too many pictures on the go, and then you've got, so I start this picture and then another picture, and you've got all these streams, and they're all over the place. I sort of, I don't know, tend to stick with it until it's done, even though it might take 3 or 4 streams or whatever, and people go, oh no, I can't handle it, colour something else, will you? And it's like, well, sorry, but I'm really not one for having several, whips in progress at the one time. I do like to try and get it done. So it's a bit of a catch-22. It's like, well, I really want to get this done, but then again, I don't want everyone, to get bored as well. So it's a bit of a catch-22. But I saw you were using Tombos and everything. I haven't used Tombos for ages, and they're great for watercolouring as well. So I'm just using a bit of putty beige here. I'm just glad that the stupid thing's not. I shouldn't say it like there. Jinx myself, but now that I'm on the Ethernet, it seems to be behaving itself. No one's complained this morning like last week. I apologise for the abrupt end. I know you can't stream with Wi-Fi. It just doesn't like it. Back to the putty beige. And I could, colour a bit quicker, but it'd be less talking too. Which is fine by me, but then, it's like, is she still there? She's quiet. I don't suppose we're doing Spooktober this year. Not that I've heard. See, this is why I have to shut it. Get out of there. Where'd that come from, you little horror? Get out of it. Sorry, guys, I'm just putting this cabinet away because Mr. Horror puts his teeth. I don't want him biting my pencils. Don't look at me like that. It's like I was just about to play with him. I still haven't finished my Raven image by Jennifer. Took too long. Lost interest. You'll get there. You'll get it back out when you're ready. I've had a couple of whips there, but all my books are still in boxes and waiting for the bookshelves to be made. So I'm sort of, I've got to hunt through the boxes if I want anything. Yeah, for the stuff that makes sense. You're fine, Heather. Oh, thanks, Sherry. That didn't sound good. No, he just grabbed a couple of pencils out, and they're only cheapies, which is good. But he likes to sink his teeth straight into them, so I sort of don't want him to do that. You interrupted me, Cat. Where was I? He gets over there on because I've opened a couple of boxes with colouring books and things, and he gets over there and starts biting at the cardboard on the top of it, and he can do damage. He's a little horror. So I have to keep an eye on him. One of the boxes with colouring books in it had a handle on it, but it was ripped. And I had opened the box because I needed to get into it. And it no longer has a handle. Not that I was using the handle, it was just torn. But yeah, no, he got into the handle and tore it off, and bits of cardboard off, and he's a little devil. But he's so cute when I wake up in the mornings. He hears me. He's got his cat stand straight outside my bedroom, and he hears me. Sometimes he sleeps in his bed, which is on the floor in the bedroom. But if he comes out and he sleeps on his cat stand, and I wake up in the morning and he hears me wake up, and he's so cute. He's so adorable. I had a whip from a year ago, I pulled out recently. Yep, see, that's that. You colour it when you're in the frame of mind for it, or when you feel like it. And that's the way it should be too. When it's totally up to you. I'm just taking my time. That's cute. Can I show everyone that thing? Can I show everyone? B just sent me a message, said, I'm sitting in bed and feel like I'm being watched. Shadow. Oh, too cute. Hello, Shadow. Oh, that's so Her eyes are on you. She watching you. Yeah. Right, bit of putty beige. This has got, like, it's not a lot of detail, but then it's detail that I just really feel like taking my time and playing with it. Not for everyone, but for me personally, I like the colours. I like the way he's turning out. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm actually enjoying colouring this guy in. So I use putty beige, now I'm using sepia. And now a bit of 90% warm grey. Just a bit of shadow. And I was going to use this to just highlight a couple of these scales. A little bit of rosy beige. Back to the sepia. as much as I've sort of pretty much I've settled in here, I just want to get stuff, all my stationery set up in the spare room and get that all organised. See, once that sun comes out and it comes through those windows, this house warms up beautifully. You don't need the split system on. Had some quite cold weather. This time of year, spring, we can get up to about 25 degrees or so. It's been really cold and it's been quite wet. Now, what colour will I use? 50% warm grey. And I do some of it off stream, like I have done with some other pictures too. I've done some of his scales on stream, and I'll do the rest off and get them done off stream, so you don't have to worry, you have to put up with that. All right, that was 50% warm grey. And I don't know, a bit of rosy beige, a little bit of henna. I want to get this diamond painting finished. I'm enjoying doing it. It's coming up really good. I just need to get it done, so it's another project out of the way. And I messaged Victoria Moon and said, sorry, I moved, it's taken a while, back onto it now. I'm supposed to do a review on YouTube, and I haven't heard back from them, so they might have cracked the shit with me. I was like, well, sorry, but I made the decision to sell and move, and it was a big process, and not much I could do about that. That was a big decision to make, so don't know if they're not happy with me because I left it for so long. I was like, well, there's not much I can do about it when everything's packed away. These things happen. Oh, she's in the bathroom. We had to add the board across the door to stop Nani getting in. Shadow safety zone, is it? She can't eat the food. Or is it just somewhere for Shadow to go so she can get away from Nani? Haven't seen her for a long time either, but nice and big now. Haven't seen her since she was a pup. Bit of moss green. Now I've got that grey underneath, and I'm just going over lightly with this moss green just to give it some tinges. So it blends in with all the other colours that I've used. Oops, went a bit up. Now I'm leaving this light out here, and I actually don't mind the light of the paper coming through a little bit there. She gets a litter of food, yeah. She's lying on me. Lump of a thing weighs 34.2 kilos. Oh, look at her. Oh. Oh. There's Nani. Look at her. All grown up. God love her. Good looking dog. Thank you for sending those. Looks good. God love them. I'm just picturing Buckley sitting at the door. And I didn't know. She's a fluffy girl. Yeah, the dog up the road, apparently my neighbour was telling me he was sitting outside my door. Gotta love him. I think he's in love with Wesley. And he carries on every now and again. He does that really stressful meow, and it's like, oh, stop. He's not allowed out. He can't go out the front. And he does go in, like, the spare room where he sits at the front door. If it's open, he looks up the road. And I think these two have got a thing going. But the way he was, crooning that day, because he's never met a dog before, and of course a lot of cats will just hiss and whatever. And he crooning at the door and smooching up to the door, and so funny. But it's dead city here at the moment without the tradies working up. Although they've moved further up the road now onto other newer house, like building other houses. It's just so quiet. And I mean, apparently, the community, that's what, the music and that, it is quiet anyway. But it's just dead at the moment. Really, it's peaceful. So I'm just darkening a few areas up with the sepia. Just a bit of shading. No worries, Sherry. Welcome back. Okay. What colour can I use? I was just thinking about, because it's a big area, I could put a base coat of watercolour on it, but there's nothing that really it'll be going away from these colours too much, so that might not be the go. Alright, bit of sepia. I've already been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. It's getting that stage where I want to light up. Not in this house. Green ochre. 1091. When the weather finds up and gets a bit nicer, I can go for a couple of drives somewhere down the beach, along the coast or something. Just a little bit of light green in there. I'll dull it up a little bit so it's not so bright with a bit of putty beige. Shut up, chair. Drives me up the wall. I know where my WD-40 and that is, but I just have to get to it. Bit of celadon green. Bit of green ochre. Back to the celadon. Back to the green ochre. Back to the celadon. Sorry about this chair, guys. Drives me nuts just as much as it probably drives you nuts. Looks gorgeous. Thank you. Hey, Dee. What you doing, Diane? Welcome on board. I started streaming early this morning. I played around just in case I had a few hiccups starting. And I've got the Ethernet cable now, so I was itching to see how that goes because it should be better than Wi-Fi. That might be my neighbour going, are you feeling all right? Well, I lost my dinner, but yeah. So a bit of sepia and the celadon green. Crows have all followed me from Scarsdale. Bit of green ochre. Back to the moss green. Just a bit of sepia. Yes, I heard you the first time. Back to the celadon. Now, I might use a bit of rosy beige, just darken it up a bit in here. And then just a little bit more putty beige. that's got make sure the white's clean. A bit of blue paint that's come over, but might have to stay that way. So I try not to get, well, in this particular picture anyway, I try not to get the watercolour on him because the colours are different. You can also get, say like, what is this? Numbers all scratched out. I think it's slate grey. It's quite a similar colour. And you can go in and shade a few areas. Jeez. Looks gorgeous. Hey, hello, how you doing? I'm sending you money on PayPal. That's what I'm doing. Oh, Diane! Again. Oh, darling. Thank you so much. It'll go towards Christmas. I haven't looked all year for art supplies. I've been a good girl. But come Christmas time at the end of the year, I'll have a bit of a look and see if there's a book, or if you've got any suggestions for a book that you'd like to see, or just let me know. You can message me. What happened, Heather? How did you lose your dinner? I don't know. I don't know whether it was the wine curl I made. I don't know if it was something earlier in the day or the wine was curdling with, I made two, like in Sunday dishes, I made us up some chocolate ripple cake. I don't know if the wine was curdling with the cream or what, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's how I lost my dinner, or something like that. I don't know. Something didn't agree with me. Can't wait for hairdressers to be open again. I look like a cockatoo. Now give us a photo of that one. Better than losing your lunch, I guess. Oh, you think? One's just as bad as the other. Yeah, it wasn't. It's like, yeah, I didn't feel good. So, yeah, I don't know whether it was something I ate during the day. I had some Dagwoods, which I'm quite fond of at the moment. It's my fad. I don't know if it was them. It shouldn't have been. Yeah, I don't know. But no, it wasn't good. So what I've done, I've got the slate grey, and where you've got your patches from the sky, from the watercolour, and you can go in there and highlight them. You get out the white pencil as well. You put some darker colours in there if you want. Just squiggle around a little bit, give it a bit of, that dark grey, stormy cloud look, or it can make it darker and make it nighttime. But the slate grey is very a very good colour for the watercolours I used to blend in. I have to check my phone and make sure, because if I think it might have been Lynn checking up, and if I don't answer, she'll wonder if I'm all right. So I better do that. Finally, some blue sky out there. Oh, Diane. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I shall accept that after I finish stream. Thank you. Laugh out loud. No photo of that. Oh, come on. Hey, Heather, if you like dragons, there is a wonderful book from Selena Fennick called Unicorns and Dragons. I do know of that book. That's been out for a while, hasn't it? No, I've been a real good girl every year or so. I'm not buying anything this year, and I do. And because I decided to sell my farm and move here and everything, I have definitely not bought any art supplies at all. I have been a very good girl. Where's the white? Get some. And if you put white around it, it'll make this darker colour look even more dark. And then you've got stars I can do as well. Just playing around. I won't do them till later. Oops. Going off screen. So you can put some white in there. Well, that's a good thing about Prismas. Doesn't matter whether it's watercolour or acrylic, mixed media, altering books, whatever. They're such a versatile pencil. So you make the sky dark, you make it stormy, whatever you like. I'm just adding a bit of colour in there at the moment, just playing around with it. Yeah, I don't know what I'll use it for. Find something. Getting towards Christmas time, I'll have to have a look. Alright, let's do his nose. Rosy beige. Tell you what, 2 hours streaming and not lighting up a cigarette is doing pretty good, but it gets to the stage where it's like, oh, need a fresh coffee. Bit of green ochre and 50% warm grey. And the green ochre is my one. Sorry guys, moss green I mean. The green ochre is a bit, I'll say it's this one actually, I've got it mixed up. One's more yellowish than the other one. But it doesn't matter. Blend it in anyway. Celadon brings it back a bit. Back to the warm grey. Putty beige in there. A little bit sepia because it's a little bit, his nose is a little bit green at the moment. So I'm just going to bring that back a bit with the sepia. Shadow one there. just going lightly, and it doesn't matter whether you go over it, 10 times or 50 times, just lightly until you get it the shade you want. But if you go in hard, it'll make it harder to get other colours on top. Back to the rosy beige. Just smoothing all that out, blending it. Put a bit of rosy beige on top of that black, just bring it back a little bit. I'm not sure what colour I'll do his eye yet. Might even do it in some yellows, or not sure yet. Maybe even, shut up, chair. I think this one's a bit of raw sienna. Watercolour. I'll just let that dry for now, but it's got a bit of colour in it. In his eye. Oh, Diane, you're welcome. Hey, Hillary, yep, I got the warm yellow. That's what you're saying for his eye? Well, that's kind of the colour that I've done. A bit of warm yellow. Goodness me, nearly 2 hours is gone. All right, I'll do a bit of his mane. So I'm using 90% warm grey and a bit of moss green. And so I've started this on stream. I can get the majority of it done off stream. It was the Celadon I liked, that's right. I was looking up here and I thought, yeah, I remember the colours now. So I might use those. I think, hopefully I don't change my mind, but you know me. 90% warm grey, which is 105.8, moss green 109.7, and the Celadon green, which is 102.0. And I think that might be the majority of his, all his main. They'll be the colours that I think I'll use at this stage. And just vary them up a little bit as I go. So they're not all exactly the same. And I might continue on with this a bit this afternoon because I am really enjoying colouring him. But at the moment, I just want to light up. Somehow or another, I need to give up. Yeah, right. Now I might just put a little bit of white in there just to bring it back a bit of colour. Just lighten it up a little bit as well in places. So it's got some shading, highlights. So a bit of white in there as well. And it's quite a tedious process to do all these mains, so I'm not going to bore you all to tears with that. Sun's coming out now, and I've got the blind down, so I hope the lighting's okay. And then we'll just get the white, just to blend it in, tidy it up a bit as well. Thank you, B. You bored? No. Yeah, I'm quite happy with these colours actually. Experimenting and just playing around, and quite like it. He's coming to life, I think. Oh well, there's 2 hours, and I think that might be enough for now, and I can do this off stream. First thing I'll do is go outside, light up, boil the kettle. And then I think I'll get some more of this done, because I'm quite getting into this. Even just the moss green and the dark together is quite pretty as well. There must be something crawling on the veranda, and he's at the glass door, and his head's going left and right, and he's going to be an insect or something crawling out there. He's so cute. And I love cats when their ears are fully forward. Oh, they look so cute. Yes, I'm liking those colours together. All right, guys, that's 2 hours. I think you've had enough of me for today. It'll probably be a part 3, but I will get the majority. I'll get his scales finished, and I'll get all his mane finished, and there shouldn't be too much more to do. Next stream should finish him off, I would think. So have a wonderful evening, day, everything else that you're doing. cool. Oh, that's a teeny weeny pencil. Yeah, I have a few of them. Nice to hang out with you as always, Heather. Love. No worries. Pleasure to have you all on board and have you have your company as well. Take care of yourselves, guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see him properly. There we go. That's him so far. All right, guys. Love you and leave you till next time. Take care. See you soon.